Hi guys, this is Nick Okupo with Nihon to Art. I'm back. Had a little bit of R&R over in Europe. We had a Japanese exhibition that we did over there. So it was really nice. Got to see many familiar faces. And now we're back. I apologize if my website has been a bit empty, simply just for the simple reason that I haven't been here. So we're back at it. And yeah, let's start the show with a big bang. And this would be a good piece to begin with. The famous last of his kind, Hayama Enshin. So Hayama Enshin, he was one of the those three famous smiths that was born in Edo period. And two others that you know are Miyamoto Kanenori and Gasan Sadakazu. So those smiths were born in the end of Edo period, and they were the smiths that still flourished during Meiji period, the Meiji Restoration, when the samurai class was abolished and every other swordsmith had to find other forms of work. These three smiths kept busy, made incredible works, and the Hayama Enshin did not disappoint. He was a really interesting fellow. He was the son of a retainer himself of the Yoshida domain. He himself became a retainer as well, and decided to become a swordsmith. So he came from literally royalty. It was the upper class of the samurai, and he decided I want to become a swordsmith, and he became one of the best smiths of his lifetime. Um, and he had a really, really, really big fascination with Utsushi works. So he loved to make works that resembled the old world. Like we see this very apparent in the Japanese culture. For instance, Shinto period, which was a late Edo period, we saw them copying a lot of Nambukcho period works, wider, straighter, bigger blades. Um, so Hayama Enshin, liked really old stuff. Like this is not, most of you look at the Nakago and are like, what is that? Is that Japanese? Is it Chinese or Korean? This is a style which we call Warabite-to, and it was a style in the 8th, going on to the 9th century. So before Heian period, and like basically the end of Heian period to early, uh, sorry, the the end of Nara period, starting and the starting of Heian period. So it's 9,150 years ago. So this was the start of it, my friends, and it's really exciting that he did this example. He did this Utsushi. So before I get into details of the construction of it, I will say that he Hayama Enshin, I've come across a couple of these in the past before. I had a really small tanto of this. I've had a Wakizashi, or and I have this piece now. This is a very, very, very long wakizashi. So it's borderline katana. It's 58 centimeter nagasa, about 22.8 inches. And the most incredible part of this is the construction of it. So you see the nakago over here is all one piece to the blade. Okay. And you can see the NBTHK hole zone over here. You can see some writing over there. So that is Hayama Enshin's signature, um, kind of secretly hidden. So everything it's all made of one piece except for this tsuba that slides up only towards the blade. So his signed and dated. The peg is there as well, so the scope pops in there. But you can see on both sides he signed it. This side is Hayama Enshin, and here is Meiji 38th. So that's 1905 AD, towards the end of his life. So he lived, it's really incredible. He lived through three periods. Um, he lived through uh, the late Edo period. He lived through the Meiji period, and he lived into Taisho period. So this work is from Meiji period, and it has this kind of encrusted patina that he would have made on it, on the nako. It's really heavy. The nako is really heavy. So this is a style that we saw in the late Nara period. Absolutely beautiful, spot on in terms of historical, and collectors who would like to have a rounded collection. They like to have pieces of different eras. Of course, it's impossible to own an actual piece from late Nara period. There's a few examples of remnants of it, fragments of these, I believe, in the National Museum. But to actually have one from that era is not. There's nothing fully intact to my knowledge. I believe they might have almost fully intact, but for the most part, that's what 1,100 plus years does to you. And what's really, really interesting about it is that he even did the saya period correct. He made this like more rough looking saya, which would have been the first saya back then, which is really, really beautiful. So it does come with the blade is housed in a wooden shire saya recently made. But yeah, so let's just take a little look at the hamon. I'll try to pick it up in hand and see if my focus doesn't give me a hard time here. But yeah, look at that. Really, 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 really beautiful. Really well done. So yeah, you can find some examples of Hayama Enshin's work, having done this copy, this usushi online. This is a really long example, a really good example, and quite honestly, it's well priced. And you can see that the shape is a shobu-Zukuri style. So you can see it kind of looks like a moroha, so double-edged blade, but the mune is not sharpened. Really cool stuff, guys. You can see that the notch, the turn back of the hamon come along the upper portion there. Really nice kind of suguha, and it ends a little bit early over here purposely because when you have to polish this blade, you don't have a choice but to polish the entire thing. It's not like you can just choose where you want the hamachi to go. Um, there's no habaki to it. Really, really beautiful blade, guys. So yeah, so you have something that's historically accurate. If you want to kind of explain your collection, the earlier works in your collection, um, this is a good way to do so, is to have a piece like this. Nihontoart.com. I know I'm forgetting something, that I mentioned something about the blade, but I'm sure that you can always reach out and just ask me. Thanks, guys.